everyone, and welcome to another episode of Monkey Around Reviews. Today we have the OPPSK 45 watt derby style DJ light. Now if you don't know what a derby style light is, you may know it as a Moonflower light. It's basically derby style when it's in this shape, which is a kind of a curve in the front where it separates the lights that are inside. And I said the lights are inside because instead of it being a moving fixture, the fixture stays in one place and the lights inside are what's moving around. So they put out a bunch of different beams and then those beams are moving inside of the fixture. Now these LEDs that are inside, they can produce 9 different colors, and then there's 6 on the outside of it that are a UV light that can be used for black light or for strobing. This thing can be controlled with the controls on the back. It comes with a wireless remote that has a lot of features that we'll look at in a second, and you can use DMX. All of this within a fixture that's about 8 inches inside. So let's go ahead and open this up and see what this thing looks like. So the first thing when we open up is there is a power cable, that remote control that we were talking about, piece of foam that we'll get rid of, and then the light. So that's here, and the most important, the instruction manual. We'll get rid of the box, and let's pull this light out. So on the light, you see that area I was talking about, this curved shape that gives it the derby style look. In here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 reflector areas for the LEDs that are behind it, and each side of these have 3 sections in them. And then here on the outside, those are the UV lights I was talking about. Comes with a hanging bracket that you can put a clamp on and lock it down with these thumb screws on each side. On this side you have a fan. On this side you just have some air outlets. And then you have a power, safety cable hook, LED control, LED screen with the control with menu, up, down, and enter. The mic for sound control, and then your DMX in and your DMX out. And that's all there is. That's the whole setup of the light, nothing on the bottom. Here on the remote control, you have a bunch of buttons. You have here power, auto, LED, UV, then you have sound, LS, flash, and then motor up and down, speed up and down, and sensitivity, I'm guessing, it says SEN, up and down. And that's what's here on the remote control. So let's go ahead and plug this thing in and we're going to take a look to see how it looks. So we're just going to start with just the power cable. I'm going to plug it in right here. Alright. Big flash comes on. And you can see how this thing's moving. So right now it's just in an auto mode. So there's some strobing going on. And then the actual colored LEDs that are moving around. Alright, so I'm grabbing the manual and we're going to go through this and see what all the controls on the back mean. So right now it's saying S11, well it's actually changing. It's going from S100 to S119. That's that it's in sound activation mode. So I'm talking, so every time that I'm talking, it's changing the look of this. And as you just saw a second ago, the UV is in here and so is the strobe, but it's not strobing UV, it's actually a white light that's strobing and then it switches to UV. Alright, so I'm going to hit menu. So the first thing it shows on here is A001. And that's where you can set your DMX address. LE1, this is where you can change your different colors. So LE1 says red, amber, and purple. So I'm not too sure if you can see that on the back wall or not. If we switch it to LE2, it's going to switch to orange, yellow, and white. LE3, blue, green, and pink. LE4, it says 3 combinations hopping. So it's using all 3 of those colors, or all 3 of those color sets, but swapping through them. LE5, now this adds, it says a different combination of colors. The other one said 3 colors. This says 3, 4, and 6. And if we go up to 6, it's going to add strobing into it as well. And one more, 7. goes back to the 3-color combination. Back to 1. Alright, so now if we switch, now FLOF, that is your strobe mode. So right now we're off, that's what the OF is. We hit up, it'll go to on, and there's your strobing. And we have 9 different settings of strobe. Alright. After FL, you have PU, which is UV, PU for purple. So same thing, right now it's off, we go on. So it's basically your black light on and off. After that we have AU1, which is going to be auto. So 1 is fast auto mode, and then you have 2, which is slow auto mode. So this isn't dealing with sound activation, this is just doing its own little thing. And then you have your sound activation here. So sound activation mode, the 2 numbers behind the rotating step. So it's S1, and as you see the numbers are changing, and then what's going on up here is also changing, because right now we're at 08. I just made a big sound, it went to 10, there's 12. So it's stepping through with the different sounds. Then you have S2, and as you see, this is going on and off. So it looks like S1 is always something going on, but S2 needs the actual sound to come on and off. And then back to DMX. So that's what's in here with the controls. So we're going to turn around and see if you can see it this way, and we're going to go to the remote. So I'm going to pull out the battery tab. So if I just point this to the front and I hit power, see how it's on and off right away. If I hit power again, it turns off. So the sensor seems to be here in the front more than in the back. Alright, so I'll turn it back on. So that's auto 1 and auto 2, so I can cycle through them. So this is auto 2 right now. And there's auto 1. Once again, that's different speeds. We have the sound activation. So this is S1 mode, where it stays on at all times. And then the S2 mode, where it only comes on where it hears that sound. LED, that's the LE1. So this is where we can actually cycle through all of those. So LE1, LE2, 3, 4, as we saw earlier with the different color changes. Then there's the LS button, which doesn't do anything at all. The UV button, that's going to turn on the UV outer purple lights. So yeah, it's the purple off, purple on. So you may have to hit it twice. I hit it once and it said purple off. Then we have the flash, which is the FL mode on here. So right now FL off. There's the FL1, 2, 3. So that's going through your different flash modes, which there were 9 of them if you remember. So let's go back to auto. If you remember, there's also motor control, speed control, and sensitivity control. So the motor control changes the speed of the lights that are moving around. The speed control is the color changing speed, and then the sensitivity control is the sound speed. So motor is movement, speed is the speed of the color change, and sensitivity, that's the sound sensitivity. So once again, that's just the remote. So the remote does everything that it does here with the buttons on the back. So it's nice, you don't have to reach up and get to it. Now, the third way to control this is with DMX. So I'm going to bring in my handy dandy DMX controller here. We're going to grab over a cable and plug this into the back. We have set this up now to be on DMX channel 1. So I'm going to turn on the board and we're going to go through all of these channels. There's 7 of them. I'm going to use the manual just so I know what's going on. So we are showing channel 1 here on the back. I'm going to turn on fixture 1 and we're just going to make sure that it works. So channel 1 should be the UV, so the outside purple should light up when I bring this up. And there you go. So it's just an on and off. There is no fade control to the UV. So it kicks on about halfway. Oh no, it kicks on right around 10%. So there you go, 10%, purple light comes on. Channel 2 is the white lights. So that's the same here, it's the outside whites, which are also the strobe lights. Once again, just on and off right at the 10%. So channel 1 and 2 are these outside. Channel 3 is where you start having the inside colors come on. So right now, 0 through 9, no colors. We're going to bring it up, and right around 10, it says it's going to be red, amber, and purple, static. So there you go. It just turns on those 3 color lights. Nothing's moving. We go a little bit higher, and it's going to switch colors to orange, yellow, and white. A little bit more. There's your blue, green, pink. A little bit more. It's going to add in 6 colors. So now you have the 6 color combination not moving. A little bit more, it's going to do a different 6. A little bit more, another different 6. And then if you go all the way up, it's all 9 colors that are coming out. So there's all 9 colors, all the LEDs on the inside, static. That is channel 3. We'll bring those down. So next is channel 4. Now channel 4 is a little different than the other ones. It says only channel 1 works when channels 1 and 3 are on, or only channel 2 works when channels 1 and 3 are on, or so on. All right, so 4 is a little different. It's assigning which channels will work when other channels are on. So we're going to bring up channel 1 and 3, because that's what this first one's going to be. So right now, both of them are on. You see the UV light, and you see the different colors. Now, if I bring up channel 4 to around 37, you saw channel 2 went off, because 37 only lets channel 1 work. Now, if I bring it up to 73, so now 73 is letting channel 2 work, which is the white light. But yet 1, 2, and 3 are still up, but that's saying only use that one. Then the next one says only channel 3 will work when channel 1 and 3 are on. So let me bring that up to 111. So there you go, there's channel 3. So now it's just the multicolors, but once again, there's multicolor, here's white, and here's UV. And those first 2 aren't working because of this. And same thing, I can go up to 147, it's going to change again. There you go. 147 is only channel 2 works. And then if we go up to 184, 184 I have the UV and the multicolor. And then 221, that's bringing up the white in the multicolor without the UV in there. So that's what channel 4 is for. It's allowing you to do multiple on and offs at the same time. Channel 5 is your strobe effect for channels 1, 2, and 3. So once again here, let's go to this one. So channel 5 is going to be your strobe, and you can adjust to the different kinds of strobes that are in there. It starts with fast and goes to slow. So if I kick it in, there's the fastest. We're at 12%, at 12 on the DMX. And as I bring it up, it's going to slow down. So right there's 167. And this will work with either channel 3, channel 2, or channel 1. So channel 5 is your strobe control, your speed. Channel 6 is the rotating speed. So once again we can bring up channel 3, and we can go to 6, and that starts the movement. And you can change the speed of it with the DMX. So the DMX board is just like using the plus and negatives down here. So the higher you go, the slower it goes. The lower down you go, the faster it goes. A little reverse that way, but that's the way it is. Alright, so now if we go into the last channel, channel 7, we bring that up, and that's your auto function. So 0 to 50, it's not going to do anything. It's going to kick in right around 51. So let me bring it up there. So here we are at 59. So this is just auto mode. It's doing whatever it wants. So now if we take it up to a little past 200, it says, right at 201, that's going to take it into sound activation mode, the one that's always on, the one that has that color background going. So we're getting up to it right about now. There we go, there's 203. So you can now see that the UV's on and it's sound activation. So as I make sounds, it's changing, but it always has that background on. It doesn't turn off like the sound 2, the S2 mode does. And to get to that, we take it up to 251, which is right about here. There's 253. You see the color went off, and it's sound activation. So as I talk louder, it kicks on, but that background doesn't stay on at all times. So that's just showing you that the DMX, the buttons on the back, and the remote control, they all control the same thing, just in different ways. So if you're used to using DMX, it does it all. If you want to have that remote control so you can reach it with the lights up in the air, it does that too. And if you're one of those people that just want to set it and forget it, the buttons on the back allow you to do whatever you want, all within this one little light. Once again, this has been Monkey Around Reviews with the OPPSK 45 watt derby style DJ light. If you've used a light like this before, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. And as always, make sure you like and subscribe. Yeah.